Hey, everybody. I want to talk to you today about something I'm calling FOFO. Everybody understands the idea of FOMO, which is the fear of missing out. So I've created an acronym called FOFO, which is the fear of future outcomes. And so a lot of times we're fear that we're going to miss out on something, and that would mean that we are having a good experience in something. Nobody has a FOMO about getting sick or FOMO of having a car accident. We only have FOMO about good things. But we have FOFO about things that we cannot figure out, the fear of future outcomes. In other words, what's going to happen in this situation? And so I just want to talk a little bit about that today. I have a lot of counselees. They come in with fear. They come in with anxiety, something not going right in their life. And I'm trying to help them understand that there's this thing called FOFO. That's just my acronym. I want you to spread that around. The future outcomes. We don't know what's going to happen. And so believe it or not, you and I try to control everything. We try to control our diets. We try to control our coworkers. We try to control our spouses. We try to control our boyfriend, our girlfriend. We try to control our boss. Our boss tries to control us. So there's this entire scenario whereby control is the thing that we think will allow us to predict or have the outcome that we want. So that we're afraid if we can't come up with the correct control now, that the future outcome will be bad. And so we fear that. We fear that the circumstances happening now will create a negative outcome in the future. We don't want that, so we struggle and wrestle against that. And so this idea of FOFO comes up a lot in my counseling. So the fear of outcomes, it means I'm trying to control a situation. I'm trying to control a scenario that's going on in my life, the events, the circumstances that are happening around me. We don't like them because we see where this is going. And so we tend to want to control. And so God, in his infinite wisdom and in infinite love, says, you know what? I don't want you to not be afraid. But when you are afraid, I want you to know that you can trust me, that whatever it is happening right now, I've already seen the outcome way down in the future. He's seen the outcome and how it all intricately works together in our lives and how it works for our betterment in some way. But we can't figure that out. That's why we're not God. And so God has an idea that says, you know what? You can trust me. So fear and anxiety are the opposite ends of a seesaw. Just imagine a seesaw. And so fear is up, my trust is down. As my trust grows, my fear goes down. It doesn't mean I'm not afraid, but when I'm afraid, I allow my trust in God, something greater than myself. I trust in him that he knows the outcomes and he knows the future. And so now I don't have to control and I don't have to manipulate plans right now. I'll bet you if you just stop for just a second and think about it and say, like, how often am I trying to control a situation so that I get the outcome that is best for me or best for the company or best for my spouse? But it's mostly about me. And let's be honest, that's where we spend a lot of our time thinking about ourselves. So with God, there is a way to allow ourselves to have some calm or some peace in the storm because we're allowing him to overflow in our minds, in our thoughts, that he has our best interest at heart. Now, we're going to talk in another time about how we don't trust God. And so if you don't trust God, it's probably because you don't know him. So look for a video about how to trust God or trusting God. I'll put one of those up as well. But just for now, think of FOFO. Every time there's some stress or anxiety in your life, just think of what am I trying to control and what outcome am I afraid of? What's my FOFO in this situation? Okay? So I hope that helps. Talk to you later.